Hey, this is Anonymous, giving you a look at a possibility for a breakout in Bitcoin on November 4th. There's a crazy pattern in the market that marks 108 days to where there's a breakout either upside or downside, and most likely we're going to see it to the upside. If you check out my video I did a couple weeks ago, it'll show the pattern, and I'll put the link below. But I wanted to show a quick chart on the daily Bitcoin US dollar. It's kind of interesting where I know there's a bunch of lines on here, but the main thing is we broke this trend line right here, this red one, to where that the breakout point or the trend line itself is support, and it's right around 9,000. So as long as we stay above that and close this month out, October 31st month, where November starts, this looks like it could be a possible like kind of flag pattern. And the interesting thing is November 4th is the timing of the 108 breakout. So if you look at the intersection of this black trend line, if we get a breakout to the upside above that trend line, now it did wick up a couple times right here, but if we get above this, we can get a little bit of some bullishness in the market, get this thing rocking and rolling. And if it does end up being some sort of a flag pattern, I just showed the arrows here, and then the arrow right here. It would have a target of that previous high, which is right around 12,300. If we get above this and break out to the upside on November 4th, I'm keeping that date in mind because it's a very it's a very interesting pattern. Not to say that it'll happen, but if it does, it would be pretty fun. A couple of things on the chart I just was kind of showing. Back here we had the Fibonacci at 61.8% at 72.92. That was a key level. I put an arrow right here to where we hit this mark, because as this held and we went into this bullish market, this became a very significant level. But we also went from this level all the way up and then came back down to a full retracement, and then we went up and we broke this trend line. So this was the first sign that we could be starting to turn bullish. So this turns into a wave one and a possible wave two, and then we see a wave to the next wave to the upside, which hopefully will happen on November 4th when we break out to the upside. Right when this trend was breaking right here, the ADX positive directional index was taking the lead, and we saw the bull start to take control there. Got another candle there, and then we broke above this pattern, and then we kind of consolidated a little bit. But the interesting thing is as we're consolidating here, the negative directional index is dropping, so the bears aren't really gaining control. So that should bring some buying interest at this 9,000 level and kind of keep us in a spot to where it can trade in here the next few days. But hopefully on Monday, this thing takes off. Really, that's all I wanted to kind of show. I got a couple other things on here. We're just kind of showing where the positive directional index started to take the lead right at the point where some of these breakouts were happening, like right here, and it had some momentum as the ADX was increasing. I just had some arrows on there for some targets on the break of this trend line. It made the pattern right here. If you look at this as sort of a flag type pattern, this was the target was right around here and hit. This time right here where it broke to the upside, the trend line broke right here, and of course the ADX was low, but then it started to kick back up, and then we got a little bit of a bullish run, and then the mark off of this trend line hit the target, and then right here it broke the green positive directional index, crossed the red here, broke the trend line, but as you can see the ADX did not find any momentum at all. That's why we went sideways and a little bit lower. So this was kind of a fake out break because the momentum wasn't backing it. But right here where we're at today, this went up and the ADX is still very high. It's dropping a little bit, but it's still staying elevated enough to where I think the bulls can get a little bit more action in this. So we'll see. Kind of be patient and wait the next couple days and see if this works or not. If it doesn't, it was fun to watch. But if it does, it's a very interesting pattern to keep in the back of our minds for the next 108 days after that. So this is Anonymous, and I'm checking out.